All right, big news coming in. This is from Chhattisgarh. Remember that brutal murder killing of a young journalist, Mukesh Chandrakar, the main accused in that case. On your screen, his image, Suresh Chandrakar. He was the contractor against whom this young journalist had filed a report. And the young journalist was then found missing and eventually found murdered at the property of this contractor. So the information coming in that the contractor has been arrested now by the cops. And at a time like this, remember that Mukesh was working with a local news channel. He had his own YouTube and digital channel as well. He went missing on 1st January after contractor's brother called him to the property to meet, because this was after he had done a report exposing irregularities, corruption, and the condition of the report, the condition of the road was so bad. Considering over 100 crores was spent on this, it had led to a certain inquiry by the government that had caught the ire of this contractor. I want to immediately go across to my colleague Summi Rajapal. In fact, Summi had broken this big news when the incident was highlighted, when the death was confirmed and the body was taken out. Summi, so it has taken a few days, but the contractor also arrested. Tell us more. What happened? Why did it take even these days to get this man, clearly the accused, main accused, mastermind, behind prison?
Yes, that absolutely is a big question. But Vijay Sharma had made this promise and had given assurance to all the journalists who were anguished over the killing of Mukesh Chandrakar that SIT team, the 11-member SIT team, it was immediately formed after the killing of Mukesh Chandrakar. And in fact, the announcement was made by the Home Minister Vijay Sharma himself. And he said that the perpetrator, the main perpetrator, will be caught in no time. And in fact, the special investigation team has caught Suresh Chandrakar from Hyderabad. He was trying to flee. And in fact, when we also had a word with Jitendra Singh Yadav, who's the SP of Bijapur and constantly investigating the case, he also told us that while the reports came out about Mukesh Chandrakar's murder, Suresh Chandrakar had taken clues from all of the media reports and had tried to flee. In fact, he had fled. To a certain degree, his fleeing also became successful because it's been more than 48 hours of Mukesh Chandrakar's murder, and we know the kind of gruesome details are now coming from the forensics. His entire heart has been ruptured. His head has got 15 fractures, severe fractures, and in fact his liver has also been dilapidated into 4 pieces.
Stay on with me on that. Stay on with me on that, Summi, because that's what the viewer, as graphic as these details are, need to know. It wasn't just that a dead body was found from the water tank on the property. Think about this. Body found on the property of the contractor against whom this young journalist had filed a report in Chhattisgarh. But the kind of brutalities that have now surfaced as post-mortem was done after it was confirmed that it is Mukesh Chandrakar, this young journalist, it's horrific. But I must read out to you how he was targeted. After the brother of the contractor got him to the property, brutal torture has come to fore. His liver was ruptured into 4 pieces. 5 ribs of the journalist were broken. 15 fractures on the head itself with some graphic injuries on the head, front and back. His neck was broken. His heart was found ruptured. Imagine all of this only because he filed a report that was fair and square right there in public domain. And he managed to bring it to the public and the government's awareness about how 120 crore rupees have been spent on the condition of the road, which is in such bad state. That's a basic journalist duty. He was brought and asked to come on the property, and look how he was killed. Summi, tell us more about what the post-mortem details are. And let's also be very clear that the arrest of Suresh Chandrakar has happened because of the outrage, because everyone coming together. Otherwise, the contractor knew that he's going to get away with it.
Absolutely, because of his strong connections in the Congress as well. And in fact, we are now confirming that he's a Congress leader. Congress all this while tried to wash its hands and try to distance itself. But it is proven that he was a Congress leader. And in fact, he had toured the state of Maharashtra during the recently concluded assembly elections as part of the Congress leader. And in fact, he was also looking after 3 districts as the SC Morcha district in charge. And that has been confirmed. We have the document confirming his membership and him playing a crucial role in the party. However, Congress also yesterday did a presser after the BJP had done a presser accusing the Congress to reflect upon its partymen and the criminal records all of them have. And in fact, Congress tried distancing itself and has asked the Home Minister to take whatever action, irrespective of the party affiliation that he had. But yes, coming back to the question that the kind of brutality Mukesh Chandrakar had to meet because of this certain expose that he did of the 120 crore worth contract is certainly raising eyebrows and is shocking and leaving everyone numb. 15 fractures on his head, his entire neck has been broken, his heart has been ruptured, liver is dilapidated into 4 different pieces. The kind of havoc that these men have certainly, subjected to Mukesh Chandrakar is very is the biggest question right now. And in fact, the doctors who performed the post-mortem is also claiming that they haven't seen any brutality in any such case for the past 12 years that they have been in service. And that is something.
Yes, let's hope that Chhattisgarh Deputy Chief Minister, who has said there will be a time-bound investigation in this, a committee has been set up, will see to the end of it. And also think about this. The reason that the body was eventually found, because he'd gone missing on 1st January. It is because on a missing report, the police decided to initiate action, went and raided the house and found the property which was being covered up under a water tank. Imagine if these steps weren't taken. And logically, the journalist should have been found alive, but at least there had to be a timeline, a system that currently appears to have failed. But for now, let's hope that there is justice that does come to the family of the deceased.